All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Dr. Stone, Season 4, Episode 32. Okay. Putting a satellite in space because, yeah, we gotta find Y-Man.
Yeah, we gotta start taking some photos here. That's gonna be tricky to find, a needle in a haystack.
In a stack of needles.
In a regolith stack,
Exactly,
yeah.
right. But also, oh hey, there's this little thing that happened in the last episode, probably not that important, where the Medusa just fired off. With no one saying anything. Yeah, seemingly on its own. Oh no.
Yeah.
I get the feeling you might not want to put that in a rocket on your space mission until you figure that out. I feel like that could be bad.
I feel like that could be real bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we are headed towards the end here, y'all.
We are.
It is only, 5 episodes left?
Including this one. Yep.
Wow.
That's...
Yeah. We've got probably an episode or two before they're actually launching the rocket.
Probably. Yeah.
Chrome? Yeah. Suika? What have you done thus far? Because it doesn't feel like there's much that's been
you don't have a lot of time.
Progressed. You don't have a lot of time. Now, we could end up doing some crazy time skips pretty soon here in order to get things ready to where the rocket is actually going. And in fact, we kind of have already been doing crazy amounts of time skips like that, but still, it's a bit. It's, time's running out. So... Yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yeah. Yep. So many things make it difficult to get a good shot. Oh my god. Oh, way crazier. Well, the computer's going to be really helpful in that regard. Right. Oh, and they're literally gonna bring up probably solar power here, so they're gonna make solar panels.
Yep.
Huh!
Interesting.
What's that?
Yeah, I wonder if it's, Yep.
Here we go. So much. Hell yeah!
That's right.
Oh.
Cool.
Nice.
Well, that's why we send it to space. Yep. Above the clouds?
Wow.
Awesome.
It's happening. Oh. Everything's coming together.
Yep, all the different pieces.
No.
99. Yes, that is actually ridiculous. Oh.
Well,
yeah.
Realistic. Yeah.
Right.
They're lucky they were able to figure out what the problem was, too.
Sure.
And number 2. I was worried about that.
I'm loving these faces.
A lot more often than you'd think. That's crazy.
Oh.
That's better.
Okay.
Oh my god.
number of times that they need to make all of these things.
Yeah, this is why they test it with the satellite first.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. That explosion was elegant, though. That
was
looked
indeed
amazing. It's their life's joy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Now,
right.
and given how the tiniest thing can throw it all off.
Yeah. Well said. Oh, I'm feeling good about this one. Lucky number 7.
Maybe? And it actually worked.
All that stuff's coming back down.
Yep. All right, fist bump. Oh, hand on the shoulder.
Hell
Even
yeah.
Yep.
Ah, just for us, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a communicator.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
5 times bigger.
No.
And 5 times as many ways that something could go wrong.
Ah, we're getting the images from the satellite. Yeah. Yeah, what are the big changes? Wow, yeah. Look at Africa.
Yeah.
Wow. South America is also changed a lot by Brazil. That was cool. I wish they spent more time with that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy shit. Yeah, right, this is where everything speeds up because they're getting the whole world in on it. There we go.
That's a sick satellite.
Okay.
You're gonna have to keep track of where you've looked already.
Right.
Ah.
Makes sense, yeah.
It's replicating it, basically. They're bringing them up again.
Yeah.
Oh, Kohaku could be their fighter. Okay. Okay. Oh,
I don't know, man.
yeah, I don't know.
Right.
I know. That's the problem.
You really do need Zeno's help for this. Oh!
Oh,
Awesome.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Why is it so like big though? Like,
Yeah.
you wonder if it's something that's used to stop kind of imagery seeing what it is, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, this is like the nations of the world now? Like, those are the way they colored it all in?
Maybe. Oh my god, what is he gonna come up with? Okay, figured out how. Awesome.
What?
Now you need to actually do it, though.
What is this?
Okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, on a bunch of different rockets.
Wait.
I mean, the actual assembly of that on its own and setting it up.
There's a couple problems.
Yeah.
Wait. No, you actually did stumble into something.
かつて NASA でも宇宙船の分割打ち上げはアイデアとしては存在していたんだ。ただでさえ複雑な往復宇宙船の設計を分割合体形式にしようとすれば総部品数は数百万点にも及ぶ。それは裏を返せば新世界の人類皆が本気で手を組み
That's what it would take. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
打ち上げの計算はできてる。
Okay.
Uh-huh.
こっちはルーキー科学チームだからな。
But
Whoa.
you can't vote on something like this because that doesn't mean it's actually going to be the best option.
でもワンチャンあるっつうならよ。片道派と往復派、それが俺ら科学王国全員で力合わせて作るってことじゃねえ。
It's good impassioned speech.
They're whispering. They're whispering.
Okay, what are they talking about?
ストーンワールド初の民主主義投票
Oh.
投票プログラム。
Ah, incredible.
片道ワンウェイか往復
Perfect.
どっちかを押せば
Yep, good. Anonymous voting. Yep. Wow. How close was it?
あ、そうか。匿名って言っても得票数
Yeah, yeah.
Unanimous? Yeah.
Nobody voted for the one way.
Not even them. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Cool.
Ah, well, you know it's gonna work. They're all in on this, baby.
10.
Chrome!
10 billion%.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
Ah!
Okay. Okay, but also,
なんかさっきすっごい話が
Uh-huh.
nice, nice.
地球全員で合体ロケット設計なんつうまね。やれるとしたらこれっきゃね。
Right. The internet. Yep.
この石の世界ストーン
Oh
ワールド
my god.
Yep. Yeah.
Holy
I knew it.
Both of their clothes blew off.
Yeah.
Cyan, Kasuki.
Oh my
Okay,
God. Dr.
so-
Stone giving us everything.
Yeah.
Chrome and Suika figured it out. They thought of something that was on the drawing table for NASA and got tabled just due to complexity
Practical
and
reasons.
practical
Yep.
logistics.
Yeah.
What a fun way to figure it out, because the idea that it's something that human beings would go, well, the issue is just that at some point the rocket needs to basically become a rocket again,
Right.
and useful on the moon or near the moon. So
And
how
this
do we
is-
do that?
And this is conjecture on my part, but I imagine one of the things that made the International Space Station work with assembling it is that when you're actually assembling it, if you're assembling it in space, you don't have to worry with the probably about the same level of precision that you need for the launch, because yeah, okay, keep it like able to exist in space, sure, but not the like, all right, and now it undergoes the pressure of a launch. And I guess
Well-
if it's launching from the moon, then that doesn't matter as much.
So I think you're kind of right, but I think the other part and this is just a much simpler, boring answer, is that the International Space Station, from what I remember, was not very big when they brought it up the first time. So it's been built over decades by adding little pieces, little modules.
Right.
So if you think about it, the modules of the International Space Station are all containing like different decades of like and space history.
Not only do you need to just be able to assemble a rocket on the moon that needs to be able to launch, but if you think about what you need for a rocket to launch, you need a launch pad. You need the stuff that the rocket's braced up against. You need all the stuff that, you know, they use to get inside the rocket. Like there's so much to a rocket that is more than just the actual thing that goes, you know, flying, right?
Right.
So and you need all of that to be sent to space.
Yes.
Even the idea of doing that in 5 rockets. Nah, like I feel like that's no. The rocket will be 5 times as big, but you need all of those parts to be sent up in rockets.
Yes,
you need enough rockets to send 5 rockets to space. Or well, actually no, because you're just building a one-way rocket back. And so sure,
but the issue more so is that if you put it in such a manner that it will basically deaden its engines and basically sit in orbit and then reignite those engines while sitting in orbit of the moon. Like,
well, sure, good point. I was thinking that it's we launch enough parts that they literally build it on the moon.
No, totally. But they have to be in one of those parts. Like,
you're right. Yeah.
So that means they have to get there fast enough that they have enough air to actually like.
Yeah, or have some way of processing it, like you
know. No, like no, that's not a thing. That's the part that's crazy about this is they've got to do this in such a manner that they have enough oxygen to spend the time doing all this stuff. You can't just like, this isn't sci-fi. You can't just synthesize oxygen out of nothing.
Well, people can synthesize oxygen just fine. Like I know that that's something that they can do with water, but you can't just send water up because even if you freeze it, it melts from the pressure of launch, and then you're dealing with a liquid on a rocket, and that's a bad idea.
No, I know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like part of this is the idea that you basically need it to be disassembled in the smallest way possible so that when you reassemble it, it takes no time at all.
Right. Yeah.
Or at the very least, you build some kind of robotics tech that can do the assembly themselves without human aid.
Right, because, sending 3 people to the moon, okay, cool. Having then 3 people be able to assemble a rocket themselves
during the time it takes to do that, can they stay alive?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But I love that this is not sci-fi. This is actually something that's been done in a form with the ISS. But also this is something that probably the mangaka had to literally look up an answer to figure out like how could humans actually do this? And it's we've thought about this, but it's a little bit tricky.
But it wouldn't work because you'd need it would be ridiculously impractical as far as resources, and you would need pretty much the whole world working together. Well, hey, guess what? For for Dr. Stone, that's perfect. Yeah, get some power of Nakama and everybody coming together to make something happen. I could not think of a more fitting resolution.
Humanity, family. It's all coming together. Yep. Also, just very fun to have Chrome not just have his idea be a relatively good one, but also be something where then everyone is unanimously on board with it. The idea that they've got to say, like, what they can to remind everybody that they got to be practical and pragmatic. But all of them are dreamers. All of them are believers. They're
even Zeno's like
in on this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I also love that Ukyo overheard what they were saying, but we didn't get to hear actually what they whispered to each other.
Maybe that'll come in a future episode.
That'll come in a future episode, probably. But even if it doesn't, we can infer based on the way that it was a 10-0 vote.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff was being said. And that's just really sweet. Because they're the ones also that somehow have to keep their egos out of this because they just launched 6 failed rockets, not because they're bad at their jobs or what have you, but because they're so good at their jobs that it only
took
six failures to get the seventh one to work.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's an incredible amount of resources that they spent, for one.
Yep.
But two, an incredible amount of time that was devoted to that, only for these tiny little things to go wrong. So that, you know,
and even with the satellites and things like that, each time it's like, all right, well, we got to have the satellite in there so that we can actually, like, you know, we don't have to deal with like, oh, the rocket launch worked great, fantastic, let's do it again. Oh shit, something went wrong this time. You know.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
So cool. Also, now we have a satellite set up in space to capture images of the Earth. We have a satellite set up to capture images of the moon. Kohaku sees something that looks like a black cloud.
Yeah.
Or something. I like also that it's not clear really what the hell that could be.
Nope.
And it's almost like cartoonishly obvious that it's not normal. But there's no clue as to what that is.
Like it could have totally just been like a little blip of like, all right, that's a tiny little facility, you know, somewhere. And oh hey, you know, it's gray and it blends in great with the moon, you know.
Sure.
But instead we get something properly ominous for the portrayal that we've had so far of Wyman.
Right. One of the things that I thought of that could be kind of creepy, but also a really interesting like security thing for this, right?
Yeah.
Is let's say it's some kind of base for a machine of some kind that's just running there.
Yep. The machine's like spewing stuff into...
Well, yeah, what if it's actually got some kind of mechanism with like solar-powered stuff to kick up a concentration of the regolith in the area so that if people tried to actually go to the area, it's literally got a whirlwind of slowly moving tiny microscopic regolith that would just shred any spacesuit that tried to come up there to pieces.
Yeah, well...
Like, they're setting up almost like a boss dungeon that they're going to be going to, and it's like
which is
practically defended by magic with the kind of science that it could have there.
Right, which is very fitting given the whole like, all right, Zeno, build a rocket engine and make it a level 99 one, you know, that kind of thing, right? That being said,
like we're slaying God on the moon. Like this is something else.
I think it's going to end up being something weirdly more like
mundane.
Like I like the idea of the regolith storm as something where it's like that is a mundane thing, right? Like, you know, it's all right,
it's something that will always be on the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess given that it's good point. I was thinking maybe that it would be something where it just foils people's ability to actually look at.
Well, a regolith storm would do that too.
Regolith storm would do that, but that's the thing, because it's an actual camera. It's like in space.
Yeah.
It's not some like, you know,
it's not a live feed
radar
or even a recorded thing. It's data that they saw.
No, right, but it comes from actual visuals.
Yes.
That means there was actual black smudge, smoke cloud, or whatever of stuff that the camera's picking up, right? It's not just something that futzes with, you know, your ability to use whatever technology to detect stuff.
Right.
So
no, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't have the foggiest clue then. The part this episode that really got me was just the emotion of realizing that everyone's on board with this, despite it being something where we're probably going to have to revive nigh on 1 billion people in order to make this work. And that's going to require crazy amounts of management oversight in order to make sure that things stay on task and we don't end up with like okay, we've got an uprising of people that are like not agreeing with the way that we're doing things, and we don't want to start making some kind of dictatorship here so that we keep
They were on
things in
board
check.
with the first 4 rockets, but now they're kind of sick of all the hard work that goes into making the rocket each time, and so they just said, fuck it, you know?
Yeah. Like I also, the idea that we also got the entertainment stuff handled first might make that a little bit better, but it also just might be something where they need to upgrade the entertainment. With, again, they're going to bring the internet. So we're going to get a whole other roadmap for the internet in order to get the Giga 5 stage rocket to... Oh my gosh.
So I also love the idea that Chrome and Suika's plan was not to actually build anything. Because that would be ridiculous. That would be dumb and impractical, and they'd know that it's dumb and impractical.
But they're trying to stop whatever Senku's... current trajectory is with a better plan.
Exactly. And so they just had to learn the stuff so that they could actually understand enough to actually come up with a plan that is semi-realistic.
Yeah.
So that then they could make their pitch. And of course it's something that Zeno's already heard of before and all of that stuff, right? But it's like, okay, yeah, there you go. Like that I bought that, I believe that, and then now we just have to actually make it happen.
Yeah, to actually make it happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so let's get the internet.
So fun thing for me, I'd say it was just also getting this view from the satellite of the Earth, because one of the things that I think is very fun in the imagination of people that do science fiction of our world in the future is then what do they think the world will shift into based on the changes of time.
Right.
And so because this is thousands of years in the future, it could be dramatically different.
Yep.
But I like in a lot of ways that the biggest change on this globe that we see here, this little map of the world, is in a weird way, like more just that, oh, there's actually like just a lot more bodies of water inside the gigantic land masses. Because while the Earth definitely warmed up quite a bit here, it probably just happened slow enough that it's not something where we have dramatic amounts of the world just sunken under the water.
Yeah, it still looks mostly the same.
Mostly
but,
the same.
You know, mostly the same means some small changes that for the scope of the world are very big.
Yeah, if anything, the part that is rather funny is if you look at South America on the left side here and South America on the right side,
match up,
they don't match up. There's a dramatic inconsistency.
Well, and also if you're showing the map, I don't think you'd have a reason to need to show South America there because, like, it's, you know,
This is
showing something like this.
No,
right?
This is something that was taken either from the manga or the anime is doing originally. I'm just bringing that up to bring it up. But the coolest part for me is actually how much these bodies of water are massive. Like, so I would love to know if someone can answer in the comments or eventually, because this series will be over probably by the time, like we'll be done reacting to this by the time this video goes up on YouTube and stuff. But, like, what was the mangaka's basis, if any, for some of these massive lakes, like the one in northeast China and, like, a little bit of Mongolia, the one in the Dakotas and, like, southern central Canada there.
Yep.
The big, like, river inlet coming into the Sahara and the northwest of Africa there.
Yeah.
Like, this is fascinating to me because I would assume some level of technical, like,
there was
know-how was
definitely thought
applied
put into this.
to go into this map.
Yep.
Maps fascinate me, and especially when it's one that I'm relatively familiar with being changed in some way like this.
Yeah.
It just makes me go, oh, wait. I want to know, like, I want to study the geography of those areas and see if there's, like, some deep underground water there that's like, oh, it just naturally, the land around that caved in, and eventually it became, you know, a massive, you know, water source there. Or is it just there were tectonic shifts and there were floods that filled these areas in with water, you know?
Right. All of those could be possible. And that kind of springboards to the thing that I would think would be really cool to just learn about once the show's over. What was the creators' both knowledge that they themselves brought to the table from beforehand and the research that they did, but then also the sources that they would have gotten of, like, okay, now I need to talk to an expert on this, you know, in order to, like, do this part of the story, because that must have been fascinating to be like, all right, I need it to be as legit as possible.
You know, it's probably super fun about that.
What?
Obviously the source was probably really specific.
Sure.
But the part that's probably the coolest thing about this, and I hope this is the case, it doesn't have to be, but I'll bet 95% of everything here was Wikipedia. Like, it's the most basically accessible thing out there. It is literally at your fingertips. You just have to go and eagerly desire to read it. And it's more that they communicated it in such a way that we understood 95% of it.
Right, exactly.
Even if we didn't understand why something works that way, the idea that we're like, oh, this rock, this mineral, this thing here ends up making this.
Exactly.
Like, that's really cool.
It is very fun to go on Wikipedia dives of, like, how does this thing work? Oh, and it's this plus this plus this plus this. Okay, what's that? Well,
what are those things?
Yeah, like the whole idea of how is aluminum made or rubber or whatever. You know, like, it's all out there.
It is. But yeah, that was just a really cool little detail there. Something I wanted to just talk about, because otherwise this is probably the most hopeful they've all been. But also, I think that if they have 5 pieces of a rocket to make a larger one, you would need some more people probably on the mission to make the building process go better.
Yeah,
and then if you have a larger rocket, then you have more space for the necessary things to bring more astronauts.
Right, unless you literally just go into, we are launching also robotics.
Yeah.
Which
We're getting the internet.
So,
we're headed to fun territories.
All of humanity will be working on this.
It is also fun to see the things that they're bringing up that would be necessary for them as being things that are probably why Y-Man is even a thing still. After potentially
like the solar panels and things like that.
Yeah, like solar panels. The idea of they might be incredibly inefficient with the basic type that they have there,
but they're consistent.
Well, they're consistent, but also what we made is this level of efficiency. Their modern world with all the resources that they had at their disposal.
Yeah.
You could get some crazy level stuff, but then also there's the other part that's nuts. Is energy storage over time being something where you're netting beyond your actual energy accumulation? I'm not sure I follow. The idea that if you have a battery, right, that's able to store X amount of energy.
Sure.
You consume, a fraction of X, basically. But you generate more than you actually, consume. Then you don't even need...
Then you don't even need a battery at that point.
You don't even need a battery, but if you get a large enough one, you could theoretically have infinite energy, because when it dips, when it has those issues...
right, exactly.
Then this thing could be going for thousands of years.
Right, the battery is to deal with the hiccups and wrinkles and smooth them out, rather than it... and in that sense, it doesn't actually need a lot of storage, because it's just...
Right, but if it does have a lot of storage, because this is something that we as human beings have gotten so good at just over time, then you could have the situation where eventually the panels just stop working.
Sure.
Eventually, some of the batteries end up dying. But if you compartmentalize that storage and giving access to whatever is powering the place that Y-Man is at, you could have all these fail states where it could effectively last into eternity.
10,000 years or something.
Yeah. And that's that's not science fiction. That's
and to say nothing about the idea of if you're able to create an automated or mostly automated base on the moon, right, and you were able to get it up to the moon, there's nothing to say that you couldn't also have an automated base on Earth that is harvesting shit to send to the moon. Theoretically, right?
To send to the moon?
Yeah, if you that are able to because we as humans do not have a moon base, right? That is not something that we have actually done yet.
It's mostly just because there's not enough
demand, reason,
there's not enough. Usually it's mostly just political. There's not enough.
Sure.
There's not enough political desire to do something, to do a thing out there,
right,
when we've got all these problems here.
Exactly.
Because that usually comes from taxpayers' money, basically being
the original moon mission was a dick measuring contest between nations in a Cold War. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the fun part about this, is that we're probably going to come into that slight bit of drama of the, wait a minute, but Y-Man hasn't done anything in this amount of time here.
So
why are we wasting all this time, trying to...
I think Y-Man's doing a great job, actually.
But, yeah, if we have some kind of base there on the moon that Y-Man is basically using, I just wanted to bring up that what they're setting up here is showcasing how it could have lasted 1,000 years.
Right.
Or thousands of years without
we don't need to exposit
everybody
on the moon about
going
solar
into
panels.
Every single thing. We could be like, that's one of those. That's one of those. That's one of those.
Which is also part of the fun, because then it goes to show that the path of humanity and everything, it can be very similar, right? Like
it can be very similar.
Because we're still dealing with physics and, and nature and all that stuff. And so the idea of solar panels, that just makes sense, right?
So then why did humans think it would be a good idea to petrify the whole world? Was it an accident? No? Not an accident?
Nah, that shit was intentional.
Okay, so then what if it was to save the planet because humans were destroying it?
Legitimately.
An AI basically predicted human beings will basically ruin the planet by a certain point.
Right, and because we can petrify humans and only humans, which is another great point. That way the other natural life and stuff will, redo its thing. Then it's all right, yeah, we effectively are resetting civilization, but not humanity. And then it's just, all right, cool. We just need to do that every 100,000 years.
What if What if there's something there? When were the big, Y-Man contacts made? We need to go back through the whole series. There were a couple of them where it was Y-Man introduced, contact with this part there, signal that's constantly being broadcasted or what have you.
When they start doing radio, then, across long distances, then it does,
Right.
Yeah.
What if those were less, constant, but it's more the, something to detect humanity coming back, basically?
Sure.
Then start something to basically kickstart the intensity of humanity's desire to solve this problem, and thus doing so sets humanity up to be united against a common problem.
That's the other thing,
that
because
then helps them naturally learn the lesson that caused someone to think we needed to petrify humanity in the first place.
If it's we're going to give the Earth a break so that it can reset and everything.
Yeah.
Cool. And then on top of that, then why do you have the "do you want to die" messages? Well, cool. You'll eventually get to the point where you can go to space and realize that this was all kind of a psych, gotcha.
Yeah, I think actually the "do you want to die" makes a lot of sense if it's about protecting the planet, because it's then that, you realize you guys were all going to die.
Was it not obvious why I did this?
Yeah.
Now the part about that that's tough is that the fact that they were able to get back to this state is a goddamn miracle, because Senku happened to be in a place where he got unpetrified.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Sure.
And was able to survive and everything, right?
Because life finds a way, as Jeff Goldblum once said.
Yeah. So, if that is the case, then I feel like we'll also need to have an explanation of something that Y-Man had set up and this is how I will start humanity's rebirth,
I mean, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be. Because again, it's the amount of time is irrelevant. If the petrification is perfect, the human beings would be there for a long time. Yeah. So another species could have evolved.
Sure.
Within billions of years to then find all these buried people under mounds of sediment.
All these statues that have been ground to dust by,
no, not necessarily, because I mean, you say that.
Depending on how long you're talking.
Depending on how long you're talking about, you're right. But I'm throwing billions in that's the definite potential kind of things of where some kind of...
It will for sure happen eventually. The Earth is an actual planet that can, sustain life.
The numbers become actually probable, maybe, at that point.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any evidence of any species on the Earth right now that's headed towards the same kind of...
intelligence,
awakening intelligence that we have,
right? But just the idea of no, we're in the Goldilocks zone and everything, so
it's just our planet would last, relatively long comparatively to when the sun goes supernova and everything. So,
sure,
there's all
the sun
kinds of
is a little baby star, By the time, I think it's that before the sun actually goes supernova, it will actually envelop the Earth, because it will get so big that.
Well, So long before that, it will not just envelop the Earth; it will change the gravitational pull of things. And
it's fascinating to look into
the solar flares that will emit from the sun will cook the atmosphere to the point that will suffocate probably before. Yeah. No, totally. But crazy stuff. We are headed to galactic, cosmic level humanity stuff, which means we're connecting the world via the internet.
That's right.
All right, Senku, you've opened Pandora's box. Now it's gonna be crazy.
We are if humanity had just a few more numbers, we would be able to say 10 billion humanity, sure, 10 billion humans, sure. that this is going to happen.
True. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel, see if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.